Welcome to India's Legal Legacy, podcast based on real property cases resolved by our specialized team over the years.
Welcome back to the deep dive, tailored just for you. Today, we're really digging into something complex, NRI real estate investment. We'll use a specific case study from the India's Legal Legacy team.
Yeah, it's quite the story. We're talking about Karan Patel. He's based in the U.S., and about 20 years ago, he bought some non-agricultural land near Hyderabad.
Okay.
Paid $2,400 per yard, and the deal was done through a relative. But the problem was, fast forward to 2024, he decides to sell. And the land had, well, barely gone up in value at all.
Wow.
It became pretty clear he'd been seriously misled back then. Sold a plot that was, frankly, way overpriced and didn't have the development potential he was led to believe.
Okay, let's unpack that a bit. 20 years. That's a huge time frame for an investment. And doing it through a relative while being overseas in America, that sounds like a recipe for, well, lack of oversight.
Absolutely. The distance was a major factor. He couldn't easily check on the property, couldn't maintain it, couldn't really, keep tabs on things.
So what really jumped out when you looked at the numbers, the price points?
Well, yeah, the big aha moment, if you like, was connecting the dots. After 2 whole decades, the market value was only hovering around $2,900 per yard.
Only $2,900 after 20 years.
Exactly. I mean, that tells you something, right? It basically confirmed that the initial seller, likely working with or through the relative, had taken advantage of Karan's absence. They painted this rosy picture, sold it at a really inflated price, knowing he probably wouldn't find out for years.
So here's where it gets really tricky. The client's already looking at a loss, essentially. So the team's goal shifted, right? It wasn't about profit anymore. It was about damage control.
Precisely. It became about getting the best possible price in the current market, whatever that might be, and just getting the sale done cleanly.
And how did the team manage that without the client having to fly back? That seems like a hurdle.
It is. The first crucial step was securing a power of attorney, a POA. But not just any POA. One that was robust enough specifically for the property sale, registration, all those legal formalities. Once that was properly executed and registered, the team could act on his behalf. Then they handled receiving the sale amount and making sure it was deposited correctly into the client's NRO account here in India.
Okay, and that's just the start of the complexities for an NRI seller, isn't it? The financial side, taxes.
Oh, definitely. You can't just sell and wire the money home. It's not that simple. We had to bring in a professional chartered accountant, someone specializing in NRI taxation.
Pumpkins.
Their job was very specific. Calculate the long-term capital gains tax applicable to an NRI, make sure every possible deduction was claimed, file the right tax returns, which are different for non-residents, and then manage the whole process of getting the net amount back to Karan's U.S. bank account. That involves navigating RBI rules, FEMA regulations. It's intricate.
You really need someone who knows those rules inside out.
You absolutely do. Skipping that step or getting it wrong can lead to huge penalties down the line.
So if we zoom out, what's the big lesson here for other NRIs thinking about investing in Indian real estate, maybe through family or friends?
The critical takeaway really is that you need professional, trusted oversight. Someone who is not only knowledgeable about real estate, but also completely independent and acting solely in your interest.
Not just relying on informal arrangements.
Exactly. It protects you from being misled on that initial purchase, which, as we saw here, can be incredibly costly over time.
Yeah.
And, that's something the team helps NRI clients with, finding genuine investment opportunities, not just dealing with problems later.
And that professional support isn't just about the legal or financial side, right?
Yeah.
It's also about the practicalities, the communication.
Yes, absolutely, especially with international clients. The team, for instance, makes a point of working proactively, coordinating calls and document exchanges around international time zones.
That must make a huge difference.
It does, and providing regular status updates at each key milestone. That kind of transparency and communication helps remove the anxiety and, frankly, prevents the kind of situation Karan found himself in, where things just drifted because he was out of the loop.
So for you listening, the key point in these cross-border deals is that having a solid professional process isn't a luxury. It's really your defense. It spots the initial bad deal, like overpriced land, and then helps navigate the complex exit, like the taxes and repatriation.
And it brings up a really important question, I think. Especially for those who might be inheriting or looking to sell family assets held for a long time. How much are you focusing on the potential appreciation versus the potential cost of past mistakes, or maybe just Neglect. Is your paperwork, like an old POA, even legally sound for a sale today? Or could there be a hidden issue, maybe a tax problem, waiting to surface?
That's definitely something to think about. A powerful question to end on. Thank you for joining us for this deep dive. We'll catch you next time.
If this episode helps simplify legal property matters for you, do share with someone who might benefit. We also love to hear your thoughts, your comments, with your questions or case experiences. Don't forget to follow for more case solutions from India's Legal Legacy team. Until next time, stay legally empowered